Hi everyone, for today's video we're going to do an unboxing and assembly on this new Funhang 26-inch Fat Tire electric bike. Okay, so if you look inside you can see how well the bike is packaged. There's a lot of protection right here. So let me go ahead and remove all this protection and let's take the bike out of the box. Okay, so it looks like everything is zip tied together and dropped inside this box. I guess I'm gonna have to cut this zip ties to take them out one by one because it's too heavy for me. Okay, so when you take out the bike from the box, it's basically 85% pre-assembled. So you have the body there with the rear wheels already installed, and all you need to do there is put that handlebars. The second piece is the front fender, and you have that box right there that have the pedals and the manuals and whatever accessories you may need. And then you have the wheels. So let's go ahead and check what's inside the box. Okay, so inside the box you're going to have the pedals. You have some toolkits, and your toolkit will come with all the necessary wrench that you needed to assemble your bike. And then here is your charger. Okay, and your user guide. And I just look at the assembly guide. It looks like it's written very well with nice colored picture. So right here you see step 1, attach the kickstand, install the front wheel, and install the handlebars, install the headlights and front fender, install the saddle, and attach the waterproof cover and the nut cups. So there's basically 7 steps, and let's go ahead and go through that step. Okay, so the first step is to attach the kickstand, but I just look at the kickstand, it's already attached and it's already tight as well. So I don't have to do anything on this first step. Okay, so the second step is to install the front wheel, and you can see the handlebars are here, so I'm just gonna move that. And you can see on the front wheel you have this protection right here. Okay, so you're not gonna need this anymore. It's just here to protect the fork from being deformed while it's being shipped. So you just want to remove that. And on the left side of your fork you're gonna see the mechanical brake right here. So this is where the disc is going to go. Let me just grab this wheels right here and remove this. And you want to remove this hardware right here, and you're going to have to put it back after. Okay, so let me just take this out. So this thing have 3 pieces. Same thing on this side, also have 3 pieces. Okay, so to install this, all you need to do is lift this thing up and make sure you align the mechanical brake into the disc and push it in. Okay, so now it is installed. Okay, so remember you have 3 pieces. So this one with the notch will go in first. Okay, so this is gonna hold this assembly into the fork. Okay, and then after that you want to put the washer and put it right here, and you want to close it with your nut right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna tighten it by hand for now, and then let's go ahead and do it on the other side. Again, you have 3 pieces. This one with the notch will go first, followed by your washer, and then your lock nut right here. Okay, so now let me grab my tool. You have a pair right here, so you can tighten it on both sides at the same time. So I'm gonna go this way, and I'm gonna go this way on this side right here. Okay. Okay, so the next step will be to install the handlebars. And to do that, you're gonna need this Allen wrench right here and this one right here. So you have the smaller one and the bigger one. So first thing you want to do is you want to loosen this part, and then you want to turn this so that it's centered. Let me just go spot check it. Okay, then you want to tighten it, and then you want to tighten this part here and then the other one on the other side. Okay, now that you have this thing tightened, if it's not moving anymore, next thing is you want to remove this four screws right here. You just take it out completely so I don't lose it. To install the handlebar, make sure that this gear adjustment is on top, and then you want to line this thing up here. Okay, and let me go ahead and put this thing back, and let me just tighten this by hand for now, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten it. Make sure that the cross is on the center. Okay, and you can angle it to what you're comfortable with. Okay, so now that I have this thing tightened, I can make adjustments to the reflectors and to the LCD. Okay, so to adjust the LCD display, you wanted the smallest Allen wrench. Then I'm just gonna position it to where I'm comfortable, and I'm gonna tighten it back. And same thing as this one right here. I'm just gonna position this thing. So next is to install the headlight and the front fender. And you can see that you have this screw here for the headlights and front fender. So let me just take that thing out. And to remove this, you need the larger Allen wrench. Okay, so it's a little hard to remove this with just this one. So I have to grab this number 10 socket wrench. And I have to put it under. So, okay, so let me go put this thing right here. And then I'll put the front fender right over here on the front. So you're just gonna have to do it manually if you don't have the tools. I actually have a power tool, but I'm just gonna do it this way since most people will not have those tools. So once you install the fender and the light, next is you want to install this part right here to support the fender. So to do this, you have a small screw right here. You just want to use that thing. So I'm going to remove it completely and install this part right here. And when you install this, you always want the washer right here so that the screw doesn't move through a vibration. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it this way. And you want to do the same on the other side. Okay, next step, it says to install the saddle, but the saddle is already installed, so all I need to do is make adjustment. So to make adjustment to the saddle, all you need to do is pull this thing open, and then you can make the necessary adjustments that you need, okay? And then to close it, you simply want to just push it and push it all the way. Make sure it's tight, okay? And you want to check your seat, make sure that it doesn't turn when you push it left and right. Okay, so this thing needs to be sturdy. So right now I'm good with this one. So if this is a little loose, what you need to do is open this, and then on the other side of this has a screw, and you just want to tighten it a little. Okay, so right here I can tighten it here, and then you can push this thing again. Make sure that it closes. Okay, so if it's just like this, it's not locked in properly. That means you probably have it too tight. So I'm gonna loosen this a little because I cannot close it. So I'm just gonna align this seat right here, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and lock it in. Okay, Make sure this thing touches the ring, okay? So now I should be all set. So now the last step will be to install the pedals. And you'll notice your pedal have an R and an L, so that's for left and right. And here you'll see that you have an R, and then if you go on the other side, you see an L on the other side. Okay. You just want to make sure that your pedal matches the corresponding side. Okay, so this is R, so it goes to the R. So right here, just gonna tighten it here, and I'll have the number 15 wrench to tighten it correctly. And then I'll just have to repeat and put this L on the other side. Okay, so we're done assembling it, and before we use it, we want to make sure that the tire is inflated to the proper pressure. And according to the manual, you want to inflate the tire according to what is stated on the sidewall. So the sidewall says 30 psi, so we're gonna have to inflate this to 30 psi. Okay, so this is what I use to inflate my tire. This is actually a jump starter, air compressor, battery backup. So it's an all-in-one unit. It's something that you want to have in your car. So I'll put the link to this on the description as well if you're interested in getting this. Right now, let's see how much is the pressure on this tire. Right now, if I don't inflate this tire, it looks okay, but it's a little soft, and it's only at, what's this, 6.5 or 7 psi, okay? So let me go ahead and do it this way. So it's 7 psi. So let me go inflate this to 30 psi. Okay, so now let's check the front tire. Okay, so the front tire is delivered with 7 psi. So let's go ahead and adjust it to 30. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this thing in. And also I noticed that inside this toolkit actually have this two knot cover right here. So this thing actually goes into the back to protect it from water. So this one is already painted, but you look right here, this is unpainted. So I'm just gonna put this thing here to protect it from water. So you just wanna push it in and then just do it also on the other side. Okay, so the first thing that I noticed is that my LCD screen have a little damage right here. So hopefully this thing will turn on. So to turn this on, you want to turn on your battery first. And then after that, you just want to hold the power button here. You can see I now have a mileage here. Now I can click on the plus button or the minus button. And when I do that, that's going to be the pedal assist level. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And according to the manual, in order to change the operation, you just need to press the plus and minus button for about 3 seconds to start the setting mode. But I noticed that this thing doesn't do that. It's probably because of this damage as well. So right now, if you press this at the same time for 3 seconds, this thing should change to, the display should change to PO1, PO2, PO4, PO8, and P16. So, and on that part, you should be able to change some of the settings like the mileage unit, the dormancy time, and also you should be able to do a speed limiter unlock. Because right now, this thing can only go up to, I believe, 21 miles per hour. If you want it to go up to 25, then you need to go to PO8 and unlock that speed. So right now I can't do that. I'll probably have to contact the manufacturer to, hopefully they'll send me a replacement LCD. And also you have other buttons here. You have the light button right here to turn on the lights, and you have the horn, and then you have the left turn signal and the right turn signal right here. Okay, so let me go show you that. So I'm gonna turn on the lights. See that? That is very bright. Okay, and then let's go ahead and go do the turn signals. So this is going to the left, and this is going to the right. Okay, and then now let's go ahead and do a horn. And I also want to show you this shock adjustment. You have a lock right here. So if you don't want the shock, you just click on lock right here. If you want the shock for a smoother ride, you want to open it. Okay. And finally, you have a Shimano gear adjustment right here. All you need to do is press this and this one right here to reset it. Okay. So that is the unboxing and assembly of the Funhang 26-inch fat electric bike. And once I hear from the manufacturer, hopefully they'll replace the LCD so I can do a full review on this bike with all the features in it. And I hope that you found this video helpful to you. Please help my channel by clicking the like and the subscribe button. And if you want to purchase this bike, I also put a link on the description below. And thank you for watching.